Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Kill!
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Nifty move. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here we go.
On first down, Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Kill! Ready! We're waiting!
A give. This is Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. A big 30-yard play on third. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
11. Monday. 21. Hey, left, 28 left. Check 12.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Check.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bree's going to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Smith on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Smith to throw again. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On first down, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Smith throwing again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A 10th carry for Kamara. Room here to run. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. There goes Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram 29 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And it's 15-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the man from nearby Baton Rouge, it's the LSU star Darius Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying the left side with Kamara. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On second down, here's Smith. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Good. 5-4, ready. Sammy. 11. 11. 5-5.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
12. Ready, got it. 90. Hey, two.
Shotgun now for Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Lutz's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, it's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
51 right.
On the ground, it's Thompson. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Smith. He's got Thompson here, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field and just
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
21. Got it. Wait.
Breeze now on 1st down. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Lutz puts this one through. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Smith docks him with a grab over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
15, yeah.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Being chased out left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now it's Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Check three. Let's go, yellow.
Now Smith on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 29 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will get him one closer. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4. 12. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? Inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Teo. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Settle down, huh? Rip. 15.
To throw on second down is Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Smith, this one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Right.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing is Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Double. Yellow.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 42 yards.
Orange.
On 1st and 10, Smith throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Smith now throw. This is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Liz. Let's go, yellow.
To the air again, Smith. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, a loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Back now here live in New Orleans. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Hey, kill! 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 1st down, Smith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Smith to Crowder. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Escaping the pressure right. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You start to get it done as you noted, and they did.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, what the quarterback has to do, make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Ingram. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital. Ingram churning. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready? We're waiting.
time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The busy night continues for Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Hey, easy. Here we go.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. There he goes inside the 30. He's still barreling through. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Ready? You ready?
Toss play, Kamara. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Breeze hands to Ingram, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Ready? We're waiting. Got it.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.